We're talking to Altrincham Manager Jim Harvey after the 2-0 defeat against Telford United. Jim, it was a big game today, and we just never seemed to get out of the blocks.
No, we didn't. It was very disappointing because I thought we were starting to show signs of improvement over the last 3 or 4 games, and I didn't expect that today. That we're right back to probably where they were before it came. Really poor, very disappointing. And we didn't get started. In fact, I think if we watched the game, the first 5 minutes would sum the whole game up. As far as I was concerned, for us, we were poor. We didn't know how to start the game. We didn't no impetus at all. It was pretty poor all over.
Yeah, Telford started on the front foot. We've been on the back foot straight away. They could have scored in the first 3 or 4 minutes. A free header from a corner, and the lads put it onto the roof of the net, and that set the tone for the game.
Well, yeah, I don't think we didn't compete. We didn't turn up. There certainly weren't a team out there. Lots of individuals. Some of them have tried hard, but it was very poor. There's no quality, and there's not an awful lot for me to talk about because it's all without being. There's nothing positive to talk about. It was all very, very poor.
The first goal, was always going to be important because Telford, they're not a team that score many goals, and they're certainly very tight at the back. But when it came, it was a bit of a catastrophe for Alan Goodall.
Well, yeah, it was disappointing. But, we have to go out and we have a plan how to try and win the game. Well, we didn't even get started. We didn't even get close to it. Perhaps 1 or 2 occasions in the first half that were showing a little bit of signs of how you're supposed to do this and how it's supposed to happen. But that was it, just 1 or 2 glimpses, and the rest was just pretty poor all over.
What did you say at half time?
Well, just exactly as I've said, we haven't started. All we had to do was scrap all the tactics and everything. Now you've got to go out and show some heart and fight. And probably we got a little bit more of that in the second half, but then we didn't have the quality that we needed to get the goal. And I don't think we've really threatened their goalkeeper all day. And always looked a little bit suspect on the counter-attack, so it was poor. I don't think anybody would come out with credit today in our team with regards to their performance.
You've been Altrincham manager 6 weeks now. What would you say are the main areas for improvement going forward?
All areas after today's match. And as I say, we were starting to show signs that we did have some talented boys here, but it's not about individuals. It is about the team and how you play as a unit. And today there were just no units all over the park. There were 11 individuals that all looked lost. Nobody found any form, and not that Telford were particularly good or anything. I think it was just that we were so bad.
And it's a huge game now against Bradford Park Avenue. It always was going to be a huge game, but I don't like the phrase "must-win game," but you'd say 3 points is an absolute imperative.
Look, of course, we're at the bottom of the league. It's the wrong end, and I thought we were showing signs that we were starting to understand, what we needed to do as a unit. There were signs that we were coming together as a unit. Today, that's just fallen all apart again. So we have to start again. So every game is important for us, but the result now will have to go out the back door. I'm not interested in results. I want to see that team unit coming together, because that's what's going to eventually get us enough points on the board if we can go and play as a unit and do the jobs that they're asked to do. But until we get that, then don't even think about results at the moment. Unfortunately, after that performance today, I think we're right back to the drawing board, and we're going to have to start again.
One new signing today, Andy McWilliams, who did well for you at Staley Bridge, and it's important that we've got a natural left back in there. Do you think there'll be further new additions in the next 2 to 3 weeks?
Well, on today's performance, you would say yes. If you'd asked me that question last week, I think no, there was enough here. So it'll go. I'm sort of still new to the job. It'll go week by week or game by game. I'll make assessments. And the boys have to prove to me that they're capable of taking on board the information and getting out and carrying out the job. And until I have enough time with them and give them the opportunity to absorb the information and then go and perform, and I can assess that, then I'll know whether they're good enough to stay here or not. At the moment, there's certainly a big question mark over all of them in there, because they've all taken, the ones who have taken part today, I don't think any of them come up to scratch. So, If I was in there as a player, I'd be concerned about my place in the team and my future at the club. So there you go. I can't be any more open and frank than that.
That's Jim Harvey there with very clear thoughts on his disappointment with the performance of his team today in the 2-0 reverse against AFC Telford United.